Oh, wait a minute. I have my casita candle with me, and I'm actually pretty tired. I might actually go to sleep in my bed, actually. And wait a minute. I'm not tired right now, actually. I'm not actually tired right now, actually. So, yeah, and yes, that's really exciting that I have my casita candle in the start of this review, actually, which I haven't did that in one of my reviews for a while. So, yeah, which, yeah, it's really exciting that I got to have my casita candle in one of my reviews. So yeah, so I am gonna put this casita candle back on my shelf. So yeah, guys. So today I am gonna be doing my movie review on Sleepless in Seattle. So yeah. So before I go, I'm gonna say this. Cue the intro. Okay, guys, this is it. And today I'm going to be reviewing this movie right now, today. So, yeah. So, without further ado, I'm going to be reviewing this movie right now, actually. So, yeah. Hey, guys, this is Evan's Disney's Film Corner 2023 here. And today, guess what, guys? And today I'm going to be doing my movie review on Sleepless in Seattle. Came in the year of 1993. So, yeah. So, yeah, guys. So, I am going to read this plot on the internet. So, yeah. So basically what the plot's about, after the death of his wife, Sam Baldwin moves to Seattle with his son and Joshua when Joshua calls in a talk auto program to find a new wife for his father. Sam gradually it's in line gradually gets on the line to discuss his feelings for Annie Reed, played by Meg Ryan. A reporter in Babylon hears Sam hears Sam speak and falls for him, even though she is enduring and unsure where it would land. She rewrites it would land. She writes Sam a letter asking him to meet her at the Empire State Building on Valentine's Day. So yeah, guys, so that's basically what the plot's about this movie. So yeah, so I did remember that this movie actually did came out on June 25th of 1993, and it's also made by TriStar Pictures, and yeah. And I know this movie is actually, which I am going to look it up right now, just give me a sec, guys. So yeah, just give me a sec. So yeah, I know this movie is actually an hour and 45 minutes, and I know this movie has a $21 million budget as well. So yeah, and I know this movie is also directed by Nora Ephort, Ephort, which so I mispronounced her last name, which that's okay. Which honestly, yeah, which she also directed You've Got Mail. So yeah, so rest in peace to that director who actually died in 2012 actually. So yeah, she was definitely a great director actually, and she won for best original. Won an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay for When Harry Met Sally as well. So yeah. And also, yeah. And so yeah, guys. So what do I think of this movie? I have to say, this is definitely one of Tom Hanks' best movies, actually. And also, yeah, this is definitely one of the best romantic comedy drama as starring both Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, which they were also in You've Got Mail as well, which honestly, yeah. Which I thought, and to be honest, let's talk about Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan in this movie, actually, which honestly, they were fantastic in this movie, actually. They were phenomenal in this movie. Like, I mean, Tom Hanks as Sam Baldwin was fantastic. Like he 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 definitely did a fantastic performance in this movie as well, even though he was in the Toy Story movies as well. So yeah, I thought he was really fantastic in this movie as well. And as along with Meg Ryan as Annie Reed, which honestly was phenomenal in this movie as well. Which honestly, yeah, even though she was in You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks as well, which yeah, and she was also in Anastasia as well, which she actually played Anya herself, aka Anastasia actually. So yeah, which yeah, and even the rest of the cast of this movie, like I mean Bill Paul I mean Bill and like Bill Pullman was also great as Walter Jackson, and also yes, Tom Hanks's wife is actually in this movie, Rita Wilson as Susie, which also was fantastic in this movie as well. So yeah, and also and Origins and Development, the production actually, in 1989, Sleepless in Seattle was actually was convinced by Jeff Urker, a struggling writer and former cinematographer who was working as a English and teacher goal, which I'm sorry I mispronounced that name, but that's okay. Teacher of all time, which I know filming of this movie actually took place, which I meant to say filming of this movie actually took place is in New York actually, and which I am gonna look it up right now actually, but sorry guys, I am gonna look up where this movie actually filmed. So yeah, which it was actually filmed in Seattle and Washington D.C. actually, which honestly yeah, and also and also it was original. Nicholas Castle was slated to write and direct Hook with a big budget adaptation of Peter Pan, but TriStar removed that director in favor of Steven Spielberg, but redesigned Castle for Sleepless in Seattle. But Gary Marshall was originally going to direct, but they decided to get Nora Ephron or Urban to direct actually. So yeah, which honestly, yeah, I thought she did absolutely phenomenal directing this movie as well. I thought she did fantastic directing this movie as well. So yeah, and now let's talk about the music and the score of this movie, which is actually composed by Mark Sherman, which yeah, which he did fantastic doing the score of this movie. So yeah, which I think he actually did compose the score, or from yes, he did compose the score for Mary Poppins Returns. Yes, he did compose the songs of the movie, which honestly I thought he did fantastic composing and doing the songs of Mary Poppins Returns as well. And also I thought he did fantastic composing the songs of this. I meant say not the songs. I thought he did fantastic composing the music for this movie as well, which honestly yeah. And also and also there's also that beautiful song in this movie, he called When I Fall in Love, which was such a beautiful song. I do remember I actually first listened to the song when I actually watched the Cinderella When I Fall in Love. I mean, yeah, that was such a beautiful song. I mean, it's very emotional actually. So yeah, and also it's very timeless as well. So yeah, and even the ending of this movie is very heartfelt as well, which honestly, Sam actually meets Annie up at the Empire State Building, actually, which honestly was also really heartfelt as well, which yeah, yeah, was a really sweet and very heartfelt moment as well. It's really, and also this movie is also really heartfelt as well, which honestly, yeah. And I know Tristar Pictures actually did make this movie as well, and also yeah, and I know that yeah, I mean I know that the song and also it was, even though it's one of the highest, even though this movie is actually one of the highest grossing movies of 1993 as well, and remains one of the most successful romantic comedies in in box office history. And also the soundtrack was also successful, peaking at #1 in the Billboard um 200 actually. So yeah, and also yeah, and even several critics and media agrees that Sleepless in Seattle is one of the greatest romantic comedies of all time, and this was also credited with inspiring Urban into as a celebrated romantic comedy filmmaker, which honestly yeah, which also yeah, so rest in peace that director, which honestly she made really great, really amazing romantic comedies, and also yeah, and also yeah. And now let's talk about the production design of this movie, which honestly, even though this movie is actually filmed in even though this movie is actually filmed on location. Actually, it was filmed in Seattle and Washington D.C., which honestly, yeah, even though this movie takes place in both Seattle and New York, which honestly, yeah, they both look fantastic. I mean, to be honest, the production design of this movie still looks phenomenal. It still holds up to this day. Actually, it still looks absolutely phenomenal to this day. So yeah. So yeah, guys, and overall, guys, I have nothing else to say about this amazing, brilliant masterpiece. So yeah. So yeah, guys. So if you haven't seen Sleepless in Seattle, where have you been? I highly recommend it. So yeah. So yeah, guys. So I am going to give Sleepless in Seattle a 10 out of 10 spectacular. So yeah, guys, what do you think of my movie review on Sleepless in Seattle? So yeah, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe my channel, and make sure to like this video. So yeah. So stay tuned for my re-review on In the Heights, which will be on Tuesday, September 12th of this year. So stay tuned for that. And for next Friday, on September 15th of this year, I am going to be doing my movie review on South Pacific. So yeah, so stay tuned for my movie review on South Pacific, which is going to be next Friday, September 15th of this year. So stay tuned for that. So yeah. So yeah, guys. So I make this wish, doing something more for us than this. Oh, more than this. Oh, 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 oh. Who's your favorite fearless hero? Who's your favorite fearless hero? We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno. See the light with the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows before it goes. If the wind in my sail and the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go. Oh, you're just on Popo Loco, and bye.